guys, welcome back to my channel. So, what's in store for you today? Yes, we are making mixed fruit, keto, low carb, no added sugar, jam. That's right. So, what are we going to use? We are going to use, the links are, all the measurements are in the description. I've got my bowl here, I've got some strawberries, some blueberries and some raspberries. I've got some powdered sweetener, I've got some lemon and some jelly, some sugar-free jelly. So what we're going to want to do, we're also going to want some water. So I want you to get your fruit. This is really simple. Just make sure I'm recording. I want you to get your fruit and I want you to pop it in to your saucepan. Then what I want you to do, this is very important, do not add all of the sweetener. Add about 3/4. There we go. Tip with the sweetener, please make sure it's powdered, because if it's not powdered and you use the granulated, you'll find that when you refrigerate it or freeze it, it will crystallize, which is not a problem, because if your erythritol ever does crystallize, you can put it in a warm bath, so to speak, or run it under the jar under hot water and it will melt it down again. A bit like with the cranberry sauce, I serve my cranberry sauce hot anyway, so I do reheat it. But yes, if you use the powdered, you won't need to do that. So next, about a tablespoon of lemon juice, freshly squeezed. Quite hard to measure that, but I'd say that's about a tablespoon. And you're going to want a 1/4 of a pint of water. I meant cup. 1/4 of a cup of water. And then you're going to want to simmer that. Bring it up to temperature and then turn it right back down and simmer for 20 minutes. Now I am going to show you all of this on the close-up camera. I'm going to speed it all up for you so you can see it happen. Towards the end we will get into the jelly and the leftover erythritol. So I'm going to speed this right up for you so it's a nice, quick, easy video for you. And again, everything's in the description, the links, the ingredients, the tips, the nutritional value, everything is all down there. If you do have a go at this or you have any recommendations for me, please hit me up on the social medias you can see on screen. Send me images, recommendations, absolutely anything. Another announcement that I wanted to make is I have now divided this channel into two. So we have Baking with Bob, logo here, which is for the keto and low carb recipes, and we have Bob's Kitchen, logo here. Very, very similar. I wanted to keep them similar. Oh, by the way, that's for your full sugar, full fat, full don't care and not on a diet kind of channel. I've done this on purpose because when I first started the Baking with Bob channel, it was a mixture. It was sugar recipes, low carb recipes, it was all the recipes. But from understanding my audience, I understand that you would much rather have a channel that is just for low carb and keto, or a channel that has got the sugar in and the wheat, etc. So that's why I've split this channel into two, not four. So yes, that's my quick explanation for that. So if you are one of my original bakers, if you want to move over to Bob's Kitchen, the link is in the description and I will see you there for all your full sugar recipes. If you're one of my keto low carb family, then bless you and you're on the right channel. Let's stay here. So yes, like I said, I'm going to cut back now to the close-up of that simmering for 20 minutes and I'll be back for you for the rest. Okay, so it's been a good 20 minutes. I have let my fruit reduce right down. You'll see it's nice and thick. I was continuously stirring it. Sorry, got a frog in my throat. I was continuously stirring it sporadically, so, well, not continuously then, is it really? But every now and then I was stirring it just to make sure it didn't stick to the side. I don't know if you caught then on the end, on the close-up, I just got a little bit of wax paper and dragged it around the sides just to remove some of the foam, and then I spooned out the last bit of the foam. Now that does help with making it last longer and stops it going too cloudy. But anyway, next step, here we go. So, what I want you to get is your sugar-free jelly, and you need a teaspoon, and you're going to add a teaspoon and stir it in quite quickly. You can use strawberry flavour, raspberry flavour, any flavoured jelly that you like, as long as it's sugar-free, and sprinkle it over the top and then stir that in. You can see as well that the blackberries have made the jam really nice and dark. I'm just inserting this here from the future because I forgot to mention the leftover sweetener. Now, the reason that I leave this out is because depending on the flavour of the jelly that you're using and how much of what fruit you used, is depending how sweet you like this. So I've added my jello or jelly, and what I did was I just dipped my spoon in, took the spoon out, let it stick to the spoon, taste it, and if you think it's too bitter or not sweet enough, add the rest of the sweetener and taste again. Back to the outro. Okay, so now that that's nice and stirred in, what I'm going to want you to do is leave that to cool down. Once that has got to more of a room temperature, which is much more manageable, we're going to pop it into our glass jars, and then we're going to seal them and refrigerate. And you can refrigerate this for about 2 weeks. It's also able to be frozen, and what I do for that is I put them in the little plastic Tupperwares, pop them into the freezer, make sure it's airtight, pop them into the freezer, and they'll last quite a few months in the freezer. What I do is I take it out the night before I want to use it, and I pop it into the fridge, and I let it just slowly thaw in the fridge, and then it's ready to be used in the morning. And that is it for another recipe. So I will see you next week for another episode. I was going to tell you what it was then, but I decided not to. I'm going to keep it a secret. If you've had a go at this or you've got any recommendations, please hit me up on the social medias along the bottom of the screen. You can ask for requests, you can send me your images. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and give this a like if you've enjoyed this recipe. Apart from that, I will see you next time.